Listen, y'all already know, I wasn't really rocking with Elsie K this season. Her and that shake and go wig got on my nerves. But at this reunion, she gained all of my respect because she really came in and stood 10 toes by herself the whole time. I respect her way more than Sour Cream, Krispy Kreme, and way more than Latino, Amber Rose, Tory Niece. I respect her way more than them two. At least she showed up. And I low-key wish that Choco was there because she literally had nobody on her side. Not even the audience, not the host, nobody. And eventually afterwards, Saucy Santana was on her side. He was like, at least we can give her some props, you know, for getting out there. And the audience gave her nothing. I'm like, dang. But she walked out there and called out Rolly. And a lot of people wouldn't do that. But she walked out and was like, Rolly, get up. But Rolly tore Elsie K up. I can't even lie about that one. But Elsie still wanted to go for some more rounds. I'm like, baby, leave Rolly alone. It's okay. Then after that, Elsie and Pretty P got into it. And to be honest, they both was confused at first at what was going on. Janisha told Elsie that she heard that it was on site with her and Pretty P. Elsie was confused. Then she stood up when Pretty P was coming out and Pretty P was like, oh, you want me? And I'm like, so do y'all not want each other? I'm confused. But Pretty P said Elsie was talking mess about her and said she wanted to fight her on live with Choco. And so that's why they end up getting it. But Pretty P won that. And I love Pretty P with that tongue. She said, Then they brought out K-Rican, Kokilla, and Fauna, and K-Rican went straight to Elsie K, and she lost, though. I'm like, how you lose, K-Rican? Elsie was not playing. Then she called out Kokilla. I'm like, oh, Elsie is calling out everybody. I gotta respect it. But while they was getting into it, K-Rican jumped in, and I'm like, why are y'all jumping Elsie out of all people? I wasn't feeling that one. Elsie don't even fight well enough for y'all to be jumping her. Boo, tomato, tomato. So then Elsie and Kokilla get their one-on-one, and Kokilla tore her up. Where was this Kokilla on the show? Like, I know it's Elsie, but Kokilla was looking a little bit different out there. I said, hold on. And then after that, Elsie ended up face down, butt up, like she was ready for back shots. So I don't know what happened after that, but she got my respect for what she did today. She did. And I feel like if Choco was there, she probably would have ran that with Rolly for Elsie K, and that would have been a good one. Choco and Rolly. Lex is a real one for saying that Kokilla deserved that baddie chain if Natalie was giving out one at the reunion because they don't even rock with each other. I'm like, I respect that. But Janisha and Santana was the host and Bobby was the audience host. And I feel like one thing about Santana is he want to get right to it immediately. And Santana know he messy and he really don't be caring. He was like, ain't no injured reserve. They about to stand on business. I'm anticipating Natalie versus Rolly. I need Ivory versus Dolly. But somebody said Pretty P versus Dolly, and he was like, we already seen how that went. And I'm like, that's why you was gagged when Pretty P get Dolly next week, because you thought that Dolly was going to get her again. And then Bobby and Santana was going back and forth about Big Lex and Tavy. And Bobby was like, Tavy is a heavy hitter. She just bruised easily. And I'm like, I don't know if Tavy is a heavy hitter. I don't know about that one. Tavy can fight, though. It's just she be fighting Big Lex. And to be honest, Big Lex and the Miss Incredible arms be getting her every time. Dolly in this Michael Myers mask low-key scared me. I said, why does it look perfect? It's low-key like that episode of Jocelyn's Cabaret when they put that girl on that tricycle and she was riding around like she was Saw. I'm like, it's too perfect. Pretty P and Diamond was talking about how Natalie wanted Pretty P to fight Diamond, and she was like, I would never do that. Like, we've been cool the whole season. And that being the reason why Pretty P didn't come back is low-key insane, because that's not fair. And then Marissa walked in to talk about her problems with Kokilla, and I'm like, what happened? Because y'all was just at the family reunion, who we introducing at the beginning of the season. Now y'all hate each other. And we see in the next week preview that they end up getting into it, and Kokilla is taking Marissa through there, okay? Taking her through there. The way Natalie friendships be flip-flopping when it comes to Scotty, Rolly, and Anna, it be confusing me because one time y'all friends and one time y'all not friends. It's hard to keep up. And I'll be over it because I feel like it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we don't see, and then we only see the aftermath on TV, and that's why we be confused. So I'll be minding my business. I'm tired of the sandals, the flip-flops. I'm tired. Tommy and Bobby is another one. Like, they keep going back and forth, but Bobby be starting with Tommy for real. And it really depends on what kind of day Tommy is having, because if she want to go off on Bobby, she definitely will. But Tommy is really crazy as hell. She said they was looking for hyenas for her to come in on, not the camel, hyenas. Bro, I'm telling you, if Tommy would have walked in with them hyenas from Lion King, I would have screamed, I promise. She's really good TV, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Tommy is needed every time. And everybody be scared she got a whole artillery belt with her. So they be like, what weapon you got today, Tommy? Is it in the fur? Is it in the glasses? Do you got x-ray vision today? And they was asking, was the perfume acid? I'm like, this is too much. But Tommy always look good. These are like my favorite outfits from this episode. So I love Janisha. I love Scotty in this brown. Elsie K look good. I'm like, come on, Elsie, thank you. Of course, I said Tommy. Diamond and Body in this purple look real good. And then Anna look good too in this conductor dress. I'm like, this cute. I think I also like Kokilla's pink outfit. I think so. I don't remember. But yeah, these are like my favorite looks. I'm going to tell my kids this was P. Diddy and Lil Kim. But Natalie opening up her show reminds me of Jocelyn now. Remember, used to be that white boy Matt. Where he go? They low-key done kicked him to the curb ever since Natalie started. But I've been doing what I want is the hit. I can't even lie. I've been doing what I want. I love how Bobby came out and paid respect to Roland Ray. He said, I came back from the dead and you're still not that girl. But yeah, next week is when it really get good. The big three come out and they shaking the table. Pretty P and Dolly, Lex is getting jumped, and let's get Fauna back, then let's get Tavy back. It's a lot going on. Summer is fighting somebody, Kokilla and Marissa. Like, it's about to be good. So I'll see y'all next week. Yeah.